The title of this video caught your attention probably because you're guilty of doing that, you know. If you clicked on this video, it's because you are guilty of postponing yourself. And if you clicked on it because you were curious, basically what that means is a lot of people will feel that in order to live the life that they want, there's a series of events that must happen before. And they feel that they have to accomplish things before they are going to be able to live life. And I'm not saying this to say that that mindset is necessarily wrong. I don't think that it's wrong. I do believe that it's a perspective thing, but I also feel that it's an important thing to realize that there's a difference from trying to be prepared for a certain type of life, and there's a difference when you're pushing life and putting life on hold in order to prepare for life. Like, there's people that will get a job that they hate in order to make money so that they can finally do the things that they want to do and relax. And a lot of times that takes people up to 30 years to do. So they use 30 years of their life, and now they feel like they might be at a point where they can start living life. But for that 30 years, they didn't do anything that they genuinely wanted to do. And I do understand that, like, money is obviously a part of the way that this society runs, and in order to do things, money is something that is needed. But there are other ways to make money versus like doing a job for 30 years that you absolutely hate. Like, that's 30 years of your life that is now gone that you did not enjoy at all for the sake of living life at another point, like a further point in time. And even if this is you, it's not too late to turn your life around. It's not too late to make that decision for yourself to finally start to live and to do things that you enjoy. Because I know that there's people that will get in the habit of pushing certain types of things out of their life if it's not in accordance with making money, and you end up missing out on enjoying life. And it's okay to enjoy yourself. Like, I made a video about this before, but I feel like I just didn't get in depth with it. Someone might make a vision board, or someone might even put it in their notes app, or write a list of things that they want. Like, there's plenty of different ways where someone might write down a goal or like a list and just what they want for their future. And a lot of times it's like people don't even go down on the checklist. It's like, usually what happens is people will wake up early in the day and they'll hop on their phone, they'll scroll through Instagram, and it's a real problem. I've talked about this throughout my videos because it's genuinely a problem. Like, having that addiction to your phone like that and social media is contributing towards you not living life. And so there's people, the first thing they do when they wake up, they don't even tell themselves good early day, you know, but they'll hop on their phone and they'll look at other people's lives, compare their lives to them, and that feeling, they'll have this feeling where they start to feel low because they're comparing their lives to someone else's life, and they don't like how their life is. So obviously that's going to cause some negative emotions. It's going to cause you to feel low, and that's how you're starting your day. And then you end up going to the job that you don't want to be at, that you've been at for 30 years. And then you come home and you might get yourself something to eat, and then you go to sleep, and then you repeat that same cycle. And that's what happens. People repeat the same cycles every day. It's like, you'll tell yourself that you have certain goals and aspirations, or that there's certain things you want to do before you leave this earth, but yet the cycle that you've created for yourself, where you wake up, You know, you do something that makes yourself feel low, and then you go somewhere else where you don't feel as great. You know, you've been at that place for a very long time, and because you have negative emotions about that place because you don't like it, then you go home feeling that same exact way. And then to escape those feelings, you might go back onto social media, and you'll scroll on social media looking at all types of different entertainment that will either make you happy and laugh and make you think about other stuff that maybe doesn't even matter, you know, about someone else's life. Like, you'll see celebrity information and thinking about a celebrity's life, and then you'll go to sleep when you see that it's late because you got to wake up to go to the same job the next day. And then you keep doing that same exact thing over and over again. And it's like, you might tell yourself that tomorrow you're going to make the change, but you slip into that repetitive cycle, especially because of social media, because it's so addicting. And also because of you not being disciplined enough to like eliminate that from your life, but also take yourself seriously, and like to understand that you don't have to wait until a certain time in order to live a way that you want. Like, you can randomly decide to do something that you want. Like, you can really do that. And there's people that feel another thing as well is like, people will have a certain type of phone that they feel like, okay, well, once I get this phone and I finish these payments, then I'll do these other things I really care about. Or once I buy these new pair of shoes, or these new I don't know, this new type of car, and I finish these payments on my car, then I'll do these other things that I really want to do. You know, because I feel like I have to have this new car, I feel like I have to have this new phone, I feel like I have to have this certain type of house and this interior. And it's like, a lot of these things aren't needed. Not saying that a car isn't needed, not saying that shelter isn't needed, not saying that clothes isn't needed, but the type of clothes and the type of shelter and the type of car that you need isn't really what you need. You know, you don't need the most expensive type of whatever item that it is, you know. But people get in this mindset and they get caught up in certain images and what's being portrayed to them, and that causes them to want to engage in that and follow that trend and be involved in that, because it gives them a sense of, I don't know, a sense of belonging. And again, with the social media, you'll go on social media and compare your lives to them, and that also could be where it's coming from. If it's not like from your colleagues or like magazines or like things you see on TV, then you're getting it from social media, where you'll see these people living a life that you feel like you want to be experiencing as well, because maybe they're coming off with energy that's saying to you that they are happy and that they're positive and that they're living the dream life. And you see that they have a certain type of car, and that they have a certain type of house, and that they wear certain types of clothes, or they have a certain type of phone. So you think that if you work hard enough to get those things and you start making payments on those cars and all those other things, that's going to bring you the same type of happiness. And then you realize that it doesn't. And another thing is, like, you use up all of your time, like 40 years of your life, to get these items or this specific item because you think that it's going to make you happy. And a lot of times it doesn't make you happy, and that it's not going to make you happy. And there's other things on the inside that you know that you want to experience, but you are holding yourself back from that because you feel like, again, that you have to have these materialistic items first, or you feel like you have to save up a certain type of money before you can do that. And there's other things that you can experience as well outside of things that are gonna cost you money, you know. And even with having like a house and a car and those sort of things as a goal, it's just like mainly the type of house and car, because a lot of people, again, like start comparing themselves to like other people, like celebrities, whatever it is, and see luxury items and cars and stuff and feel like they have to dedicate their whole lives to getting that one item or those specific items, when really you don't even really need that luxury type of thing. You just feel like you do because you are comparing yourself to other people and you're putting people on a pedestal. That's really a lot of times where it's all coming from. And I'm not saying that you don't need a car or a house or even a job to make money. It's just giving your life away before you allow yourself to experience things and believing in yourself as well. There's some people that take the path of doing jobs that they hate because they're not convinced that they're going to be capable of building a life for themselves, doing something that they want to do, and because of that uncertainty that causes people to act out of scarcity and fear, which leads them to doing a job that they hate. If you resonated with anything I spoke about in this video, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing so that this video reaches someone who may also need to hear this message. Thank you and bye.